Oh, Sifmas tree, oh, Sifmas tree, where has gone the canon ye?
What?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Greetings.
Greetings and salutations.
Happy Hanukkah, happy Christmas, happy...
Things.
No, wait.
Happy
Life Day. Life Day, that's it. Happy Life Day.
things. Happy things.
You don't know what Life Day is? The Christmas special of Star Wars. With the Wookiee family.
Is it Life Day?
A Life Day. I bet it's Life Day. I think it's Life Day.
Okay.
Happy Life Day, my friend.
You too. I need to rewatch the
Christmas
Christmas special just to make sure you're...
The Forbidden Christmas special.
Nah, it's not forbidden. It's just...
He wanted to erase every copy, but...
It's on the internet still. So,
Exactly.
yeah. We'll find it. I hope.
And probably you also have the Rule 34 of this movie.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So... Rise of Skywalker.
And I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right. Right. And I'm Santa.
Yeah. Hello,
Yeah.
Chanta.
Hello. But now that... Okay, let's be serious now.
Yeah.
Just for 1 second.
Serious face.
What did you think of it?
I like it. I cried about it. I laugh about it. I almost slapped the producer one time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say why because spoilers. I'll leave it to the last 15 minutes of the episode.
No, we could
Yeah.
divide the episode. Make a small review
Yeah.
and then
In the last 15
make
minutes.
episode 31.5.
Yeah, with the spoilers.
Yeah, 31 part 1 spoiler free. 31.2 spoiler full. Spoiler full is very...
Spoilerful.
Yeah, spoiler full
Spoilerful.
version. It's nice. But yeah, you cried. You wanted to punch the producer. Why?
At one time.
Why?
That's a spoiler.
Oh. So you want to leave it for
The point one. The,
the
point two.
the part 2. The
Yeah.
part 2. Okay. Damn, the music is loud.
Yeah.
Okay, better. This is Star Warsy.
Philly.
Yeah, this is Star Warsy. But
You can always search on YouTube Star Wars Christmas musics.
Really?
No.
Oh. No, I'm curious.
If there it is one.
Yeah. Now I'm very curious. Still.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Spoiler free.
I'll search for it, and you give me your first impressions.
I liked it. I don't dislike the overall of the trilogy. I just come into agreement with myself that it could have been better.
Mm-hmm.
But
True.
I didn't dislike it. It wasn't something like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ban Star Wars for life.
No, that's. I think that's dumb. That's a dumb decision.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like this movie. I'm gonna ban myself from
Yeah,
Star
doesn't seem-
Wars.
I understand people who ban themselves from seeing the Star Wars movie on theaters, but
Okay,
to
from theaters. Okay.
yeah,
Uh,
and supposedly I read just the headline today because I don't have time to read the full news. But there was a news saying that Mark Hamill said for people to wait to see this movie on cable.
No, what I understood from what he said.
Yeah, it's for people who are not pleased. No.
Yeah. Before hating,
Yeah.
see it for themselves and
Yeah.
don't spoil it.
Yeah.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah. Like I said, I was
But-
only reading the title of
From what I understood, also,
Christmas song.
no, this is it.
Oh.
Still, from what I understood, there were some. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Let it snow. Okay. I'll try this one.
Yeah.
Full album. No, I don't.
With ads fast.
No
Ignore
ads,
the
please.
ads. No fucking
No ads. Okay. From what I understood,
Oh my God, I've never been to any. It seems Christmas arrives sooner each year.
so this is Star Wars Christmas in the Stars from 1980. It's an album of Christmas songs in Star Wars. Okay. Let's keep going.
This is fucking brilliant.
It's nice. It's nice.
I love the
The album
cover,
cover, yeah.
of the album. But let's pick.
Okay. Also, apart from that, from what I understood, there were some comments from, I think that was from John Boyega, the guy who plays Finn, that people like misread them or something,
Yeah.
and
As
thought
obviously.
he was bashing on The Last Jedi.
Mm.
I'll be honest, I didn't read the interview,
Mm.
so I can't be sure what he said.
Yeah. But let's forget that.
Let's
go back.
let's focus on the movie.
Let's focus on the movie.
Let's focus on this movie. First, there's the elephant in the room, because so many people bashed
The movie and
the
the
Last
previous
Jedi,
movie.
The Last Jedi,
Yeah.
and according to critics, the movie was amazing, and according to the audience, let's call it like that, the movie wasn't that great. And with this movie, The Rise of Skywalker, so far, it's the opposite. Critics are not enjoying it, but the fans seem to love it.
In the last few years, we have witnessed this not so rare ritual. Let's call it ritual.
Mm-hmm.
When I have to buy this album.
You need to.
Yeah.
It's probably on Amazon or
Yeah.
something.
Amazon Play, iTunes, or something.
After this, I'll search for it.
Well,
me.
most likely it's on Spotify. So,
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe,
Sure,
yeah.
why not?
so usually we have come across the ritual of the opposition.
Mm-hmm.
Fans like it. The critics hate it. Critics love it.
Fans hate it.
There are the few occasions where either both hate it or both love it.
Mm-hmm. Even
And it's
with
more the case of both hating it than both
Even-
loving it.
even with the this Cats movie,
Yeah.
critics are like hating on it. It's like the worst movie of the year,
Yeah.
and the audiences seem to be enjoying it.
Mm.
Not loving, but
Mm.
kind of enjoying it.
I'm gonna see it just because I want to compare it to the the
From what I-
musical.
From what I know from the musical, it's very hard to put on movie.
Yeah.
But since it's not my genre,
Yeah.
I'll probably
I
watch
have
it
seen the musical
on TV or
on
something.
live. No,
yeah,
on live, and I have the DVD.
yeah.
So it's something that when I came across that they were going to do a movie, I was like, what the fucking fudge.
Yeah,
When I saw that it was basically a bunch of furries
yeah,
with human face,
yeah.
I was like, what the general fuck.
Because that was what put me off,
Yeah,
to be honest.
it's the face.
But still, you were talking about this discrepancies between critics and
I think there
audiences.
was, for example, the Joker. Half of the critics love it, half of the critics hate it. And at least we had a case here in Portugal where a critic write the same for about three journals, diaries, whatever, newspapers, and the review was the same on the three of them, giving about 1 or 2 stars in 5.
Yeah. The guy from Público.
Yeah. And
The thing
most
is,
of the people who
I
read
think
the
that
review
we
were like,
can't.
what the fuck?
I think that we can't actually, now that you mention it, and this is a very specific case,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that the guys that review movies on Público, which is a newspaper in Portugal, for those who don't know, are not to be trusted, because
Yeah.
I don't know what those guys are smoking.
Or taking.
I really don't understand why they hate on every movie. For them, every movie is bad.
Yeah.
I never ever
Read
read a positive
Review
review
from them.
from them.
Yeah. It's a. I'm speaking on the specific case because it's
Yeah.
the case that we had, but also it's one of the cases who I can't really use because half of the critics liked it, half of the critics hated,
Mhm.
half of the fans liked it, half of the fans hated.
What? Joker.
Yeah.
I think that Joker was actually generally very well received.
Yeah, but okay, not half and half, but there were some people who I think
Yeah, maybe the more hardcore ones.
who there were not even the hardcore ones. It was just it's not actually a case of hating. It was more like a case where I heard, which you laughed with the movie, right?
Yeah.
With Joker. I also laughed. I know people who have laughed. There are people who are offended if you said you laughed with the movie.
The thing is, I think that people don't have the emotional baggage and the what's called emotional intelligence to actually
Comprehend
understand
the
some
variable
kinds of
layers.
this movie,
Yeah.
and this is not their fault, and it's not a negative thing, because some people just can't handle it.
Yeah.
It's a very heavy and powerful movie.
You can handle the truth.
Well, I can.
Yeah, you can.
Some people
We
can't. That's the thing. It's not a movie for everyone, and a person that actually is capable of relating to Arthur in that movie is probably not gonna have a good time. Now, a person who doesn't,
Or has seen
or
the
is
variable, the mixed layers of the movie
Yeah.
in either personal or second-hand experience.
Mhm.
The thing is Arthur is a deeply emotional character who has waves of comedy to deal with the shit of life.
Yeah.
That was what I was laughing at. The generic, not the generic, the special.
It's well crafted. It's a very
It's-
well crafted
exactly.
script. And I think that was one of the issues. Now that to bridge back to
Back to
the subject
Future.
matter. I think that was one of the issues that I had with The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that
it's a movie. The Rise of Skywalker is a movie that should have, in my opinion, should have ended a chapter.
probably, yeah,
But like, the chapter was, well, it's saying this is, but well, it's a spoiler, but it isn't really a spoiler because I'm not. No one ever thought that it was really going to be the end, no matter what they said.
maybe.
And it could have been a better ending of a chapter end
I think that
of type.
to actually pace everything in the right rhythm,
Yeah,
this should have been 2 movies.
maybe. Yeah.
From what I understand is visually movie is stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Cinematography in this movie is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
The score, once again, John Williams delivers. I think it's actually the best score in a Star Wars movie like ever.
Yeah.
I actually think that this is the best music in every single Star Wars movie. He actually brought his A game. And I'm saying this because after watching the movie and today listening to the official soundtrack, I was blown away because he was capable of bringing prequel material, original trilogy material, and sequel material all into one in this score.
Yeah.
Now, after also reading what some people are saying, that this is a correction course from The Last Jedi. No, this movie is not a retcon of The Last Jedi. I think it's a festival. It's more of a festival of fan service. It's more of a festival of fan service,
so many
and
ways.
there are a lot. Okay, not a lot, but some plot holes that are like,
You've heard my
yeah,
unique
I will.
plot hole.
I will. We will discuss that
Yeah.
because I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
But
I've told you before.
there are a few plot holes, but it's still this doesn't break the movie.
No.
It's forgettable in the first half. I think
In some things, yeah.
the first half is very forgettable because it's not very well paced. It's rushed. I think it's
I mean,
rushed.
I like the beginning.
Yeah, the beginning.
After that phase of the beginning, it's kind of forgettable.
Now, the second part, the second half, is where the movie really
Rises
comes
up.
alive.
Yeah.
Comes alive, and I think that right now it's still the best out of the sequels. Personally, right?
Yeah.
At least right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that, generally speaking, more hardcore fans will enjoy this movie, and the
Mhm.
casual ones will love it,
Yeah.
because this movie is not really made for people who are very attached to the characters. I think that this movie is actually made to attach more some people to them, and the ones who are already attached.
It will be eh.
Yeah. I'm not saying that there weren't parts where I actually felt moved or actually was happy that something happened. But overall, for the hardcore fans, I think that this movie is not incredible. It's good. It's really good. But I think that this is actually aimed towards the more casual fans.
The funny thing is...
Which I understand.
Sorry,
Which
yeah,
I understand. I understand that why this movie is targeted for the more casual fans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What I find funny is that the parts who are most memorable
Mm-hmm.
in this movie
Mm-hmm.
only happen
Mm-hmm.
because of the previous movies.
Yeah, so in some ways, yeah, this movie picks up a lot of things from The Last Jedi. That's why I don't understand why
Last
some
Jedi and
people.
Force Awakens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. But The Force Awakens is obvious because it was JJ who directed it and co-wrote it. But actually, The Last Jedi, because a lot of people are saying no, this movie is a complete course correction. It's a complete retcon, and it's actually very disrespectful to The Last Jedi. If you love The Last Jedi, you will not love this movie. It's not true. It's not true.
What? The thing is, do we really give a fuck?
Well, you and me, we don't. I know
The
that.
rest should.
I know that the average Joe doesn't. But I know that there are a lot of guys and girls, for that matter, that, yeah, like they live on this stuff, which I don't understand why.
The thing is, it's a trilogy, okay, but
This trilogy is better than the prequels.
I've people saying me the opposite.
I know, but I actually think that this trilogy as a whole is better than the prequels.
I'm not sure if I agree. For just the following, but beside the rush that the second movie is, it looks. The thing is, I have discussed this with about 2 or 3 people when they are complaining about. Someone complained about how the original wars and the prequel war and the sequel war. And there are some people who complain about how episode 4 is. And I've told them, we have to consider the fact that episode 4 was maybe going to see a single movie.
There were no plans for sequels.
Episode 4, meaning the first movie ever filmed, was a B movie, a B plus, let's call it a B plus movie, because it had more effects than the B movie.
No one believed in George Lucas.
No one,
that's
and was
truth.
like, yeah, we have to invent stuff. The first lightsabers were handles of a flash for old cameras.
Yeah.
There were practically no other budget.
Yeah.
And most of it was spent on fucking Darth Vader.
I actually think that I've read this somewhere that George Lucas had to put money from his own pocket
Yeah,
to actually achieve
what he wanted.
what he wanted.
And there were and he still wanted to improve what there was. So in terms of ships flying, it was shot with the little miniatures, and they moved in the wire before while the camera was.
And we can't forget that the original movie was made 42 years ago.
Yeah. Also that.
It's from 77. Come on. What was in fashion in 77? Gangster movies. Taxi Driver.
It was a
It's true.
novelty.
Taxi Driver were Vietnam movies and gangster movies. Taxi Driver, Apocalypse Now, The Godfather. These were the kind of movies that were in fashion in the 70s, even in the late 70s. So when Star Wars showed up, Star Trek was already a thing, but it was on television. It was on television. It was not on the on the theaters. So it was a completely different experience on sci-fi, let's call it like that, because Star Wars is not really a sci-fi.
And then you had and with the success of the first movie, they finally got to shot the other 2.
Yeah.
So it was a pinpoint of, okay, we had the story of the first. What the fuck are we going to do the second?
Yeah.
And then when they had the second, okay, we are writing the second, we have to plan the third.
You need to speak just a little bit louder.
Louder?
Just a little bit.
Louder? Okay?
Just a little bit.
Hey, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. It was because of the television.
No, because you were like talking like this.
Oh, shit. Sometimes I speak too loud.
I'm wearing the headphones so I can control the volumes.
So, considering that the first movie was a solo movie, and the other 2 were in when they shot the second, they also didn't have the opportunity if they had the confirmation for the third.
Mm-hmm. That's why they froze Han Solo and Carbonite.
Exactly. When they shot the prequels, They had the idea where he has to stop.
George Lucas had all the budget in the world.
And all the budget and all the
He
possibilities.
could do whatever the fuck he wanted.
And he basically wrote the story from 1 to 3 in a row.
Yeah.
The second was a little bit rushed, but it was fucking war. And he had to put a lot of shit in the middle.
To be honest, I think that episode 2, The Attack of the Clones, is actually my least favorite movie
Yeah,
from all of them.
yeah. Me too. But that's because it's too gooey.
I think that the problem is the script. It was not even average. It was mediocre.
Yeah.
It was very cheesy. The idea that George Lucas had for Anakin and Padme was good. Had everything to work. Still, the writing, very lacking, man.
And I'm not even going to put the fault on the actors because
No. Because I think that, Hayden Christensen is not incredible as an actor. I don't think.
I'm loving this album.
Yeah. I think that Aiden is not incredible as an actor.
Yeah.
But I think that he did well with the material he had
Yeah.
because a lot of actors were capable of pulling good performances. Ewan McGregor, Ewan McDermott, Samuel L. Jackson. So a lot of actors were capable of pulling good performances despite the bad script. That's why if George Lucas had worked just a little more on the script, like bringing in someone experienced on it, just to review the work, I think that the prequels could have blown everyone away.
Yeah.
And
But-
it's a problem like with potential.
Yeah.
Because again, this new trilogy had potential.
But he had a default. Yeah, actually, at 2 faults.
There was no plan.
They wanted to go like, yeah, go. Money.
Yeah,
money.
And I think that
And-
was the biggest issue.
They didn't grab one person. One fucking person to write 1, 2, 3. I think that's the major concern. Not even one person. They should have grabbed a team because what we had with Solo was perfect.
With this sequel trilogy, well, better yet, with the Disney movies, I like to separate the episodes
Exactly.
from the standalones. And I think that out of the 5 movies that came under Disney, personally, I think that Rogue One is easily the best one.
I'm debating between Rogue One and Solo. Just because I understand the love, although some people don't like it. I understand the love of Rogue One, especially because it could be the prequel that people wanted. But also, it's not more. It's more than just the movie. It was the process of writing and the teamwork to write and Solo.
Yeah, and personally, I think that, for instance, Rogue One had the balls to do something that no other blockbuster would do: kill all the main cast.
No one single one was alive.
You don't see this in blockbusters. Like having the balls to kill everyone and not cram some romance in the middle of the story, because
No.
they could easily put Jin and Cassian together.
There
And
was
they- and they
some
didn't.
sexual tension, but it was the war was more
But
important.
they didn't. They end the movie like as friends. I'll call it friends.
I'll call it like sexual tension who understood to rise up above themselves and they're going to fuck
I don't
in the
say
afterlife.
I'm not calling it sexual tension because supposedly it's a kids movie. So yeah,
I think the standalones are not kid
no,
movies.
they are. Solo is a kids movie. Solo is a space western spaghetti for kids.
Okay, but I don't. Rogue One. I think Rogue One was shot in a way that it really isn't a kids movie.
I think that it ended up not being,
Yeah.
but I think that it was meant to be
Mm,
because the original ending, and that's why they had
Yeah.
the reshots, and that's why a lot of the music was rewritten in like a month,
recomposed.
whatever, in like a month.
Yeah.
That's because the original ending they all survived, and I think that
a happy
and I think that Cassian and Jin were supposed to meant to be together, and there is a footage of that in trailers.
Yeah.
One of the trailers has Jin on that tower running away from a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
That doesn't show in the movie.
But that also that's a common trope.
No, but that's the thing. That's
Yeah.
the thing. That was confirmed to be like in the original ending.
Mm-hmm.
Then they changed everything and killed everyone off. And I actually prefer it that way.
Yeah. Rogue One as the one of the things which most books are currently still loved in the new wave of canon. An important character doesn't survive.
Yeah.
It's not common, especially the books who are written about, like, around the main characters of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the fact of, and I've spoken this before, the 40th anniversary book special with 40 stories about 40 different writers.
Yeah.
Most of them are from other characters in Star Wars who don't survive.
And I think that's what people right now want.
Yeah.
New stories from new characters. Apart from the Skywalker stories.
Yeah.
And you were talking about this trilogy, and I said that I like to separate the standalones from the episodes because personally I also think that either Rogue One and Solo are better than the okay, maybe episode 9 maybe is on the same level as Solo for me, maybe. I like I said like 2 days ago or something, I need to rewatched
on Solo.
because I've
and-
seen every single movie twice in the movies, so I probably need to rewatch it to actually sink everything in.
Are you working tomorrow?
Yeah,
Ah, shit.
unfortunately, until
too.
Friday. Even on Christmas, I'm working,
Eh.
but no problems. Like I said, but these are for the standalones. On
Yeah.
the episodes, I think that the main issue was the lack of a plan for the story.
Yes.
They made these movies with money and merchandising
Yes.
in mind. This is not necessarily negative
Yes.
if they actually concern themselves with the story they want to tell. I'm not saying they need to write all the scripts at once like George Lucas did. That's not what I'm saying. Because George Lucas wrote the prequels, like you said, like one massive script and then
Divided.
divided it. I'm not saying that they needed to do this with the movie, but they needed to know
Have a plan.
who they wanted to direct, who they wanted it to write, and actually discuss where they want to take the story.
Yeah.
And I think this was one of the main issues. And also, they kind of forgot to show people who the Skywalker of this saga is.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't understand. Some people say, "Oh no, it's Luke."
No.
Some people say, "Oh no, it's Leia."
No.
Oh no, wait, there's no Skywalker in this saga.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Because they focused the story so much on Rey that they forgot who the Skywalker of this trilogy is,
Yeah.
which is Ben or
Yeah.
Kylo, whatever you want to call it. And that's why I think
Solo.
after watching this movie,
Ben Solo so for a long.
I went back to The Force Awakens, And there's that scene where he is with Darth Vader's helmet.
Yeah.
And he said, I will finish what you started. Right? In this movie, The Rise of Skywalker, he actually finishes what Vader started.
Yeah.
Or Anakin, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not what people
He killed
think
so
it is.
many child.
It's
That's
not,
where he started killing.
he
child.
doesn't finish the way people maybe thought he would.
Yeah, because he killed so many child,
Yeah,
so many children.
so many children. But I think that
They discovered. You remember that that was one of my secret conclusions that would happen in this movie, and it happened with the ending of the episode 8.
yeah.
That child, and then they find the new school to have all the children to be trained.
Oh
in
yeah, the
secret,
first
and
scene
he
of the movie.
Killed.
The first scene of the movie is actually Kylo Ren behind him chopping his head off.
Yeah,
True. It's very nice. But
people were like,
they focused the story so much on Rey that they forgot that Kylo Ren is the Skywalker of the trilogy. And personally, I think that he is the only really interesting character in all of the new characters. I think that he is the only one that is actually interesting to follow.
I think that's one character has been slowly
And to be
rising
honest-
in my interest.
And to be honest, I think that we all need, either we like it or not, we all need to thank Rian Johnson for the choices he made with The Last Jedi. Because either you think they're bad or either you think they're good.
It shaped it a lot for this movie.
Yeah, they shaped how this story ends.
Yeah.
And I think that he was actually the first one to give a course for the story. I don't care if you disagree with the movie or if you disagree with me. I don't really give a fuck.
Okay.
But I think that we all should at least acknowledge that his choices were very important. And I think that a lot of people don't really acknowledge this.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think that some of the flack that these movies got was deserved to some extent. I think that The Last Jedi will age better than the other two,
Yeah.
like Empire. And I think that what happened with these movies should be a lesson either for Disney and Lucasfilm. They need to understand what worked and what didn't,
Yeah.
and make sure that these errors, these mistakes, don't happen again.
But I still think it's a hell of a gamble.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But it's Disney.
Everyone who chose or accepted to direct or write something in the Skywalker saga under Disney was a person with balls of steel, with a lot of courage that should receive a Medal of Honor for bravery.
Yeah. And I'm not that concerned because they still can have success with other
Because
movies.
it's very hard. It's very hard. And you need to understand that it's your story, yeah, but there's guidelines from Disney, there's demand from fans, there's the media pressure, because a lot of these movies also deal with the pressure from the media to know what the media accepts and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Just look at what happened to Rian Johnson,
Yeah.
to Kelly, the girl who plays Rose.
Kelly Marie Tran.
Yeah. So she had to delete her social media for a few months or a couple of whatever, because the fans were like hating on her because of the character someone else wrote for her. This is
Hella stupid.
stupid. Come on. This is really...
Let's put this one now.
Oh, sorry. I already took it out.
Ah, shit.
Sorry. I can put this, though.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Regards for the creator of the soundtrack of Joker.
Yeah.
You have your
Hildur
rights.
Hildur
respect your rights.
Hildur Gudnadottir, who is
Really, you can say that name?
I think it's Gudnadottir. I think Hildur Gudnadottir, something like this.
Respect.
Or Gusnadottir, something like this. I'm not Icelandic. I can speak that.
Icelandic?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the same girl who wrote the soundtrack for Chernobyl. She's nominated for.
I still haven't watched Chernobyl.
You need to watch it. I have it on DVD actually. Still,
What
she
I
was
saw-
nominated for a Golden Globe
Yeah.
for this.
I hope so.
She was.
Oh, I hope she wins.
Oh yeah, I hope too.
To all my respects to John Williams, he has earned trophies. I think before.
That man was never the problem. He
Yeah.
was always the solution.
Yeah.
Either the movie is good or bad, he
Yeah.
is always the solution.
And he has won prizes before, so I
Yeah,
sometimes you should give the prize to other people.
yeah.
To not always be
It's
the
incredible how Ennio Morricone never won an award until last year.
Who?
Ennio Morricone, the guy who wrote the soundtracks for the westerns
Same.
in the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah.
He never had won an Oscar until last year
Hmm.
for Best Original Soundtrack for The Hateful Eight.
Hmm.
It's like his worst work
One.
won him the Oscar. It's ludicrous. It's
Has
incredible.
Ludacris receives any prize?
No, that's ludicrous.
Yeah.
I said ludicrous.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think so.
Okay.
At least Oscars, I don't think so. Maybe an Emmy or something. Or like douchebag of the year or something. Or like a bad movie award for the Fast and the Furious or something.
I think the only movie that can win that prize is that movie about the room.
Yeah. Yeah. Or the 300 parody, Meet the Spartans.
I haven't seen that.
Have you
shit.
seen that movie? It's
No.
horrible. Okay,
Um,
it's a mock movie. It's
yeah.
like scary movie or
Yeah.
date movie, but
It was the era when mock movies were super overrated.
yeah, there were
There was a good time,
they were like super in fashion.
and
There
then
was like
shit.
a couple of years where
Epic movie,
epic
scary
movie,
movie.
superhero movie, epic movie,
Yeah, the superior movie.
date movie, Meet the Spartans, scary movie or something.
And the funny thing is that Meet the Spartans is like a crossover between 300 with Meet the Fuckers.
No.
The title
Unfortunate-
is.
Oh yeah, the title, yeah, but I don't think the movie has any crossovers with it. But I think
About news.
I think that at least in regards for the Rise of Skywalker,
Yeah.
I think that we could close part 1 here.
Yeah.
And
That's why I was crossing to the news.
there are news.
Yeah.
Which news?
So, since the last time we spoke on podcast,
Huh?
Battlefront 2 had an update. New troopers.
Oh yeah, the new troopers. We
The
can
new
save that
troopers.
for next week.
Hmm?
We can save that for next
But
week.
this was supposed to be our last episode before the break.
Oh right,
Remember?
right.
Yeah.
We could do like a live stream or something. Now that I think of it.
Playing the game.
Yeah. Why the fuck not?
I have to shave.
No,
Okay, sorry, not shave.
you don't
trim.
don't need a camera.
So just record
Yeah.
the game, play,
Yeah.
doing shadow and
Like being assholes and losing
yeah, on
like we
purpose.
always do.
We jump like the
And
hey, I'm here.
And we can like comment on the troopers like there.
Live.
Yeah. I think that would be nicer.
Okay, but at least we
Yeah,
can
but there
still-
was an update, yeah.
Yeah, there was an update and the new map is online now
Yeah.
for co-op and
Since Friday.
and heroes versus villains.
Also, Capital Supremacy is coming to
New generation.
the new the new
new maps. The new sequel.
the new trilogy, yeah.
Yeah, the new trilogy. We have confirmation about the community report or something that's
BB8 will be
and
an hero.
BB9E.
BB9E will be in the game too.
Yeah, zeros.
Yeah. At
My-
least BB8 is. They say that BB9E will play like a supportive role. I don't know if they will add him as a villain.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah, but he actually says BB9E will be playing a supportive role. So
Again, that's stupid.
yeah, but I mean, I think that since it's coming in January, we could like wait at least until some more information, because they will release patch notes and another
Yeah.
community transmission near in the same week or something of the
Yeah.
update. They usually update on Wednesdays or Fridays or Tuesdays. So the community
Thursdays.
transmission usually comes on Monday or Friday.
Yeah.
So there's time, I think.
But it's
The new
weird.
troopers look incredible.
Yeah.
Especially the Sith trooper looks mint.
I've tried them all. I prefer the new dark side.
Watch out
troopers.
for
Sorry.
the wire.
I prefer the dark side heroes than the.
Yeah, obviously.
Just no, it's not just because I prefer to play with the dark side in the game. I just mean in their performance.
Mm-hmm.
The new enforcer, I think, for the light side in terms of the new sequel,
Mm-hmm.
is gonna overreach rapidly,
Mm-hmm.
like really rapidly.
Because it's a rotary gun.
Yeah.
It's like obvious.
But I think I have better performance as the heavy trooper than as that guy.
Yeah, because the heavy troopers guns don't really overheat that fast.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing with the explosive sentry.
Yeah. And the infiltrator, I think, which looks like Siamese monkey or what?
Yeah,
how you say
the KFX spy
Yeah,
or something.
the KFAX spy. His sensor works hella amazing on the outside.
Yeah, because it calls an airstrike.
Yeah. On the inside, it sucks.
It's yeah, that's
It's a normal
that's what I understood
Yeah.
from the gameplay.
If you're playing like
I haven't
co-op,
tried it
trying
yet.
to defend or attack a position,
Yeah,
fucking hell amazing.
yeah. If it's an outside map, I can understand how important would be to
In the outside doesn't worth it.
in the inside.
The
is
rapid fire doesn't bring any
Yeah,
improvements because normally people suck at aiming.
yeah.
The normal shooting also suck at aiming. The Barrett to do like the knife of the droid's infiltrator is like,
Yeah.
huh. In terms of the enforcer, the shoulder hit,
Yeah.
For the dark side, well, the shit, that's fucking amazing.
That's the
Because
idea that I have.
when you're playing the Sith Trooper, if you're trying to zoom, it's like you're playing Iden Versio.
Yeah, but that's the idea that I have is apart from the Clone Commando and the ARC Trooper, apart from those two,
Yeah.
the
Special.
the units from the dark side are usually better.
Yeah.
That's something that I actually took notice.
Yeah.
Apart from the Clone Commandos and the ARC Troopers.
It's just the phase where added more power. It makes sense, but
Yeah.
in terms of game balance, it fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
And I think that the fly guy from the First Order is well balanced in terms of greatness and underpowered.
I think that's good because since he can hover
Yeah,
like Boba Fett.
yeah. I think he can fly more than Boba Fett.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about it.
He can fly more. He can hover. I haven't still discovered how the fuck he hovers. I think if you're moving to the side and try to take aim, and suddenly the
I think there's
ground
a-
is no
You know
more,
what?
it starts to hover.
I think that's the same button as Professor Boba Fett. It's the L2, I think.
No, the altitude just shuts you up.
That's the hover. Like if you like play with the button,
Yeah.
you hover.
But I've been in a phase where I started shooting, but I was moving to the side and suddenly no ground, so it hovered in the same altitude.
Oh,
It was like,
okay.
and the rush of like your rocket trying to eat out the
Yeah.
others, also great. You have to aim like shit,
Obviously.
and the free grenade shots do area damage, not a lot
Obviously.
of personal damage. You have to
It's-
it's like
yeah.
the 3 or 4 or 5 hits,
It's more like an area ability.
and it's not overpowered, and it ups the gun like
Yeah.
hell. So I think it's a well balanced character. For what it pleased more was the Sith Trooper.
Hmm.
You regaining life while you run faster, fucking great. The grenade heals you up, fucking great. The button to find more enemies, and you find more enemies as you kill enemies, fucking great. The shot, it plays well. The secondary shot plays well.
Good. That's good.
I think that it was the best character that was released in this new episode.
Good. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So we will be right back with a very spoilerful review for The Rise of Skywalker.
And just before we end up this part 1, we should just do little bit recommendations, because some people probably not hear the second part because it's going to be spoilerful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't have any.
So I'm going to suggest at least one movie. It's available on Netflix, I think. It's called Klaus. It's an animation movie.
Hmm?
Very well made.
Hmm?
It's not over trope of the Christmas carols and all that. I really liked this movie. If you like classics, watching what's the name of the old duck? The uncle of Donald.
Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck. If you want to watch the old classic of Scrooge McDuck in the Christmas Carol, it's a new take of the Christmas Carol. Not a new take, but
Yeah.
a new take. Always like that version. Please. You know how people are today when you don't like something relatable to a movie, so they do ban on a movie?
Yeah.
Please do a ban on Home Alone. I'm so tired of Home Alone.
Well, they are going to remake it on Disney Plus as a show.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Disney is apparently remaking Home Alone as a show for Disney Plus, I think.
Disney. What the general fuck?
Do you have any idea how many remakes Disney has on the cards with animations included? More than 20 or 30.
But-
They are going to
but
remake
I've-
Lilo and Stitch as a live action. So, yeah, there you have it. We will be right back, guys, with the spoilerific.
Wait.
Yeah, we can discuss this. We can discuss this later.
Wait. What the general fuck?
Yeah, we can discuss this later.
So yeah, my recommendations are the Klaus movie,
Yeah.
the
The Thing.
the
The
Scrooge
ban-
McDuck,
The ban
Christmas
on
Carol,
Home Alone.
the ban of Home Alone,
Signed the petition
send a petition.
to ban.
Home
Home
Alone
Alone.
on TV, because we're already fucking tired of
Yeah.
this movie, and I don't want, if I have already to deal with Donald Trump on TV. I don't want to see Donald Trump in a movie. Okay,
That's
I'm
on the
tired.
second one.
Yeah, that's
If
on the
you're
second
lucky, they don't play the second
one.
one.
No, they are going to play the second
Oh,
one.
they're going
on
to play
Portuguese.
both of them.
Yeah. No,
Good.
no. They're going to
No,
play
they're going to actually play both of them then,
both of them.
because the first one is already a classic.
Yeah. Now the thing is, just a small story. My grandma has the VHS tapes,
Yeah.
and my cousin, every single time he was at her home, watched the damn movies. So my grandma had to hide the movies. She had to hide the tapes
Good.
for him not to play again
Smart woman.
the same movie
Smart woman.
over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
She's smart.
Also, I suggest to people to watch at least the first Harry Potter movie, because I kind of feel like it's a Christmas movie.
It's not, but yeah. Okay.
Some parts it
I
is.
understand why.
Some parts see.
I understand why you say that.
And is there any Christmas game? I think there. If people can't hear it now, he put the Mandalorian song playing.
From Ludwig Göransson. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. And people, please don't overbuy Baby Yoda.
Too late, buddy.
Yeah.
Everyone will overbuy it.
Yeah, shit.
Well, to be honest, I think it's actually only available in May. So
And actually, there is one Christmas game, at least. There's a game for PlayStation 1 about the Grinch movie.
oh yeah,
And also,
That one.
watch the original Grinch movie.
yeah.
I think that's it for my recommendations. Do you want to give any recommendation?
I can't seem to recall one,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
yeah.
Watch Die Hard instead of Home Alone.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think they should pass more Die Hard in
Die Hard
television.
was actually on TV yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't
Shit.
remember which channel,
shit.
but it was like around dinner time.
And also, watch the new Witcher.
Yeah, The Witcher show.
I've seen it already.
Looks great.
I already did.
I didn't see an episode yet because I'm actually 2 episodes late on
Me
The
too.
Mandalorian 2.
Me too.
So
I think I'm 1 or 2 episodes late. But
the
I have
last
to
one
see
I've
this
seen,
one.
I think it was 5 or something. So I'm a couple of
I'm not
episodes
sure.
late. So I'm not going to watch The Witcher until I actually finish The
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
And
That's it? Okay.
happy Hanukkah.
Happy Merry Christmas. Happy Merry Christmas. And enjoy
Happy
this.
Merry Christmas. And have a merry lifetime.
Well, we will be right back for the spoilerful reaction
for some.
review of The Rise of Skywalker. If you haven't seen the movie and don't want to get any spoilers,
Skip the next episode.
skip the episode of the review, and may the force be with you.
May the force be with you. Ho, 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 ho.